welcome back to our Sham Mystery Learning World YouTube channel. Today, as part of our series, we are going to learn about preposition in English in a simple and easy way. First of all, let's revise the spelling of preposition up to 5 or 6 times. Preposition. 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 Let's see about what is a preposition. A preposition is a functional word or phrase that connects a noun, pronoun, or noun phrase to another part of a sentence. It serves as a vital structural glue to establish key relationships like time, place, direction, and spatial arrangements. This says that ఇంగ్లీష్ వ్యాకరణంలో ప్రిపోజిషన్స్ అనేవి చాలా ముఖ్యమైనవి. ఇవి ఒక నౌన్, ప్రొనౌన్ను వాక్యంలో మిగిలిన భాగంతో కలుపుతాయి. సమయం, స్థలం, దిశ వంటి సంబంధాలను ఇవి తెలియజేస్తాయి. Next, let's see about the core mechanics and structural anatomy. To master prepositions at a higher academic level, you must look past simple definitions and understand how they function structurally. Next, let's see about the prepositional phrase. Let's see about what? The prepositional phrase. A preposition never stands alone in a structural sentence. It acts as the head of a phrase and is strictly followed by its object, a noun, pronoun, or gerund. Next, this structural rule. This says that this structural rule means ముఖ్యమైన అంశాలు. A preposition cannot be directly followed by a conjugated verb. It requires a nominal element. For example, this says that దీని తరువాత నేరుగా verb రాకూడదు. Next, let's see here formula. Preposition into modifier means optional, into object of preposition. Example, this formula is very important. Next, example, the professor walked into the lecture hall. Into is the preposition, hall is the noun object. Next, let's say about structural clarification. Prepositions are split by form into 3 structural types. అంటే ఇవి 3 భాగాలుగా విభజిస్తారు. First, simple prepositions. అంటే ఇక్కడ simple prepositions అంటే సాధారణమైన prepositions. Single word locators. For example, here we are example in, on, at, by, through, and under. Double prepositions. Next one is double prepositions. 2 simple prepositions combined into a word. Example, into, onto, within, without. Next, let's see about third type, which is complex and compound prepositions. అంటే సంక్లిష్టమైనవి. This multiplied word phrases acting as a single cohesive unit. Example: in front of, according to, on behalf of, next, by means of. The big three core functional categories, అంటే త్రీ మోస్ట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఫంక్షనల్ కేటగిరీస్. ఇవేమిటో చూద్దాం. ఫస్ట్, most understand error is advanced writing involve misusing the fundamental categories. First, time, place and direction or movement. First, it is used for places, specific items and clock movements. For example, at 9 a.m., at midnight or at sunset. I hope you all understanding this class. Next, on, used for specific days, dates and named calendars. Example: on Monday, on 25th of October, on New Year's Day. Next, in, used for expansive unspecific blocks of times. For example, months, seasons, years, centuries. Examples: in October, in winter, in 2026, in the 21st century. Next, let's say about second type, which is prepositions of place. These define where something physically sits or is positioned. First, at targets a specific point, exact venue or a conceptual address. Example: at the entrance, at 123 Main Street, at the desk. Next, on. On, this says that explicitly denotes contact with a flat, horizontal or vertical surface. Example: on the table, on the wall, on page number 45 or 25, it seems. Next, in, indicates that something is enclosed inside bounded areas, 3D containers or geographic boundaries. Examples: in the box, in London, in the car. Next, third point, which is third topic, which is prepositions of direction and movement. These track lines of motion, transit or physical orientation relative to a target. Here first one is to. This says that indicates a specific terminal destination. Example: he walked to the library. In or to. Tracks movement that crosses a thread, go to, inside a space or onto a surface. Next one, which is she stepped into the office. The cat jumped onto this counter. Next, this is through. Movement entering on side of a above on side of a 3D volume and exiting the other. Next, the light passes through the lens. Advanced conceptual distinctions, higher level academic writing requires a precise grasp of nuanced spatial and relational terms. Here, let's see some of the verses. I think this is too amazing. Between versus among. Between isolates distinct, clearly separated individual items. Among views items um, collectively as part of a undefined mass or group. Means, for example, let's see, the cat is between the walls more. Next, the treaty was signed between the three nations. Radical ideas spread among the student body. Next, above versus over. Above means higher than a reference point with no direct contact or vertical alignment needed. Over implies a direct vertical alignment or physical coverage. For example, the cat is above the bench. Next, the helicopter covered over the stadium. The shelf is mounted 2 feet above the desk. Next, let's say about below and under. Below marks a lower relative level or position on a scale. Under implies being directly underneath or physically uncovered by object. The valley lies far below the peak. Next, the documentation is filled under the folders. Next, let's see about by versus with. By identifies the agent performing the action, which specifies these physical instrument or tools used to perform it. For example, the novel was written by a local author. Next, the with example is the contract must be signed with a blue fountain pen. Next, fixed and idiomatic prepositions. Fixed and idiomatic prepositions. As your writing advances, prepositions become highly idiomatic. Many adjectives, verbs, and nouns pair strictly with specific prepositions based on historical usage rather than spatial logic. Changing the preposition can alter the entire meaning of the sentence. Here let's see more. First, dependent verb pairs. Accuse of, not accuse for. Complete with, not complete to. Depend on, not dependent. Next, meaning shifts. What? The meaning shifts. Agree with, sharing an opinion with a specific person. Agree to, formally accepting a proposal or contract. Terms. Next, agree on. Reaching a mutual comprehension with a collective group. Next, last and final, let's say about conclusion. Mastering prepositions at an advanced level requires moving past simple definitions and recognizing them as structural anchors in English grammar. Structural necessity. Prepositions never stand alone. They always introduce a noun phrase, pronoun, or gerund to form a prepositional phrase. Next, contextual precision. The choice between core prepositions like in, on, and, at changes systematically based on whether you are describing specific points on broad, enclosed spaces and items. Next, let's see about idiomatic mastery. Advanced writing relies heavily on fixed prepositional pairs where the choice of word is dictated by academic convention and idiomatic rules rather than physical location. That's all for today. If you found this video helpful, Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to our channel. Thank you. See you in the next